What's up, you guys? My name is Justin. This is Forever Self-Employed. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how much money I made flipping the black Ford Ranger. We're going to talk about how much we spent on it, how much money we put into it, and how much we profited. I also have some sales footage up on the screen for you guys. So we're going to be doing a sales breakdown as well. This sale in particular was pretty cool because me and the guy kind of had a standoff on price. Ultimately, he ended up walking on the deal, which I was fine with. But he didn't actually leave. He just drove around the parking lot and came back up to the car and said, okay, fine, we'll agree to your price. So it was a situation where I was unwilling to come off of the price that we were at. And ultimately, he wanted the truck bad enough, but he tried to walk in order to make me lower my price, and I did not. So anyway, we're going to be breaking down the sales footage, and then at the end of the video, I'm going to go over the purchase price, how much money we put into it, and how much money we ultimately made off of it, as well as some of the things that I learned from this one. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at the sales footage and do a bit of a breakdown. First thing I want to mention before we get into this is I will have to blur the screen to hide the identity of the people who did purchase the vehicle, as well as I kind of did things a little bit different in this showing. I had shown this black truck probably like 6 or 7 times. There was a couple of different things that were wrong with it. We did a video in the past kind of talking about some of that, and I will break that down towards the end of the video. However, I just said, you know what, I'm just going to kind of give these people their space and let them look at the car. So the first part of the video you guys are going to hear is after he had asked me a question. I walked over to them, and then me and him kind of had a bit of an exchange. But the first thing you guys are going to hear is a question that I love to ask when showing vehicles.
Hey, are you looking for a truck? Or?
No, that's for him. He's just looking for a little work truck.
Oh, okay, excellent.
Yeah, no.
So first things first, I'm asking who the truck is for. That way I can build leverage on whatever key points I want to emphasize based on who's getting the truck and what reason they're getting the truck. So first thing he says to me is it's for his son, and he's buying it as a work truck. So then I kind of leaned back on the fact that we had done some work to it, and that was mentioned within the Facebook post. You guys are going to hear a lot in the video. They're going to refer to my dad. My dad's actually the one who listed this vehicle because at the time I had another Ford Ranger listed for sale, and I didn't want to make it seem like I was selling a bunch of Ford Rangers, but I was. So let's kind of continue on with the audio.
Yeah, we had no mechanical issues with it. I think my dad listed and had some stuff into it, but he's welcome to take it around if he wants to.
Okay. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so as you guys kind of see, probably can't hear too well because the volume is kind of messed up, but I told him a couple things. I said, you know, we did some work to the truck. It was listed within the ad. And then I said, you guys are welcome to look at it, take it for a test drive if you need to. And then I kind of gave them their space. So I'm going to walk to the side, let them look at it. And then we're going to see here in a minute, he's going to have some things that he wants to say about it. Of course, we're going to have our nitpicks once they're done looking at it.
Shake the tires. You can feel a...
So I could kind of see from the truck that they were kind of like shaking the wheels a little bit. And so I kind of started walking over to which he looked at me and said, I don't know if you guys noticed, but the front end is shaking a little bit. So you guys are going to see him here shake the tire in order to show me, I guess, that the front end was a bit loose.
You can feel on both of them. I mean, it could be just the bearing.
Yeah. So this is something that we had not encountered the whole time that we'd shown it. No one said anything about the wheels on the front end. It might just be something that they do whenever they go look at older vehicles. I mean, this car is, it's got to be like 12 years old or something. I forgot the exact year on it. It's an older vehicle. There's obviously going to be some play in the wheels. It's not going to be like a brand new car, but they were just trying to find some places that they could gain some leverage on the price.
I'd make them an offer on it.
Okay, what do you guys think?
So notice he says I'd make him an offer on it, speaking of my dad. And then I just went ahead and said, okay, what are you guys thinking? You guys will also notice, because I'm just going to play it here, how much space there is between me asking him what he's thinking and him actually answering the question. This space has to be within the negotiation, and the space kind of builds anticipation. Whoever shows their hand first within a negotiation oftentimes loses. So if you're ever in talks with a customer about pricing, always let the dead space be there. You guys are about to hear it right here.
I'd give him... I'd say 45.
All right, so probably about, not a ton of time, but about 7 seconds of pause there, him thinking it over, him looking at it. He ends up saying, I'll give him 45. The current listing price right now is $5,200. So when he brought out 4,500, I said, well, 5 was as least as he wanted to go on it. I knew that 48 was really probably as low as he wanted to go on it, but I didn't give that number away because I want to keep him as high as I can. The good thing about my dad listing this one is I could say, hey, I need to go call him right quick and see what he has to say. So I was able to kind of divert to my dad and say, let me see what he has to say, and kind of create some more space within the negotiation. So that's what you guys are about to see here.
You said the best thing you can do on it is 4,700.
Right.
All right, so I wish I could show you guys this dude's face, but so anyway, I came back and said, hey, I talked to my dad a little bit. He said 4,700 was as low as he wanted to go on it, and you could immediately see it in this guy's face. He's just making a disgusted face. I'm gonna have to put too much money into it. He's about to give me his nitpicks and reasons why he can't come up to $4,700. So let's see what he's got to say right here.
I mean, yeah, 45, because right now I gotta have a set of tires on the front. A few through the doors. I mean, come to think of it, I mean, 45, I give him 45 for it.
He says set of tires on the front, a few things with the doors. Another thing that you guys are gonna notice is if he really wanted to walk, he would have said, hey, I can't do that. If he changes his mind, let me know in 45, and he would have walked. However, watch how long he stands here for. So he gave me his nitpicks, reasons why he wasn't going to pay 47, but we're going to go back on a dialogue of, do you have his number? Does he have your number? If he does decide for 45, let us know. And you guys are about to see that right here.
Yeah, I mean, you got your number,
Yeah, we live
or
right
you want
there.
to give him a number if he wants to, if he thinks about it and decides he want to do it,
But
I don't know if he's got.
I got him on
his number?
Facebook.
yeah,
Okay.
I got your number. So I'll just
Yeah,
give you your number as
that's fine.
well.
Okay, and just tell me if he wants
If
to.
he wants to do it, if everyone listens,
Yeah.
So as you guys could see, there was like a ton of oh, does he have his number, Facebook? Can he talk to him through here if he decides it's okay? So anyway, these guys ended up walking on 4,500. They hopped in the car. They went around the parking lot, and I didn't catch this on camera because I didn't suspect that they were going to do this, but they drove right up to my truck and rolled down the window and said, let's do it at 47. And so it just goes to show if you're willing to kind of stand your ground, you're able to get more money. However, if they would have left, I would have had to show it to other people as well. So with that being said, we did end up selling it for $4,700. I'm going to go ahead and run through some of the costs real quick. So the purchase price on it was $3,200 from my buddy Henry down in Florida. On parts and transport, we spent about $500. Sales price was $4,700. Investment price was $3,700 for a total profit of $1,000. If we were going to redo this one, I probably wouldn't end up buying the vehicle. It was just a little too far, as well as there was a few things about it that really made it more difficult to sell. One of which being the door. The door would not seal properly, so you could hear some wind coming in when you're driving it. Another thing was it wasn't closing properly, so the door would beep when you were driving sometimes. The other thing was it had a dent on the front fender, as well as Henry did do some pressure washing out of it, so there was some rust from the sodium hypochlorite. So there was a couple of different things that if I could go back in time, I probably wouldn't have ended up purchasing it because I probably would have put my money somewhere else in a different vehicle. However, it is what it is. We learned from this one, and we made some money. So all is well. We got a good video out of it. So if you guys did enjoy the video, please hit the thumbs up button for me. Please be sure to subscribe. And until next time, my name is Justin. This is Forever Self-Employed. Hustle hard and get that money, baby. Peace.